When the soul leaves the body, a hidden journey begins, one that shakes every heart that hears it. What happens in the grave? What awaits the soul after 40 days? The answers are both terrifying and comforting, revealing the shocking truth of our destiny in Islam's eternal reality. 1. The reality of Barzakh. Barzakh is the unseen realm that begins immediately after death and lasts until the day of resurrection. It is neither the worldly life nor the eternal hereafter, but rather a barrier that separates the two. The Quran mentions Barzakh in Surah Al-Mu'minun 23:99-100, where it describes a barrier behind the dead until the day they are raised. This stage is not physical in the sense we understand, but spiritual, where the soul becomes aware of its reality. In Barzakh, the soul no longer has the freedom to perform deeds, nor does it possess the ability to return to worldly life. What remains is the result of one's past actions, which begin to manifest either as a source of peace or as a cause of distress. Unlike the trials of this world, the experiences in Barzakh are direct reflections of faith, sincerity, and obedience to Allah during life. 2. Questioning by Munkar and Nakir. One of the earliest and most serious events in the grave is the questioning by two angels, Munkar and Nakir. These angels are appointed by Allah to test the truth of a person's belief once they are buried. The questioning is not about worldly achievements, wealth, or status. Rather, it centers on three fundamental truths. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? For the believer, Allah grants firmness, and the answers come easily. My Lord is Allah, my religion is Islam, and my prophet is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For those who rejected guidance or lived heedlessly, confusion and fear overwhelm them, preventing correct answers. This moment determines whether the grave becomes a garden from the gardens of paradise or a pit from the pits of hell. The questioning highlights that faith must be genuine, not superficial, and lived through actions, because only sincerity will provide strength in that crucial trial. 3. The difference between righteous and sinful souls. After the questioning, the condition of the soul diverges dramatically depending on one's deeds. The righteous experience tranquility, their grave expands, light fills the space, and the fragrance of paradise reaches them. They are shown a place in Jannah, and their soul rests in anticipation of what is to come. This peace reflects their trust in Allah and the sacrifices they made to live by faith. On the other hand, the sinful soul faces fear and punishment. Darkness surrounds the grave. It narrows until the ribs interlace, and punishment continues according to the person's sins. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, described that even the smallest negligence, such as gossip or neglecting purification after relieving oneself, can bring torment if not repented from. The experiences are ongoing reminders that the grave is the first stage of the hereafter. If it is good, what follows will be easier. If it is difficult, the journey ahead will only be more severe. 4. The cultural significance of 40 days. In many Muslim communities, there is a practice of remembering the deceased for 40 days. Families gather, recite Quran, offer dua, and distribute food to the poor. While this practice has cultural roots rather than being a fixed requirement in Islamic law, it symbolizes a period of mourning and remembrance. Islam does not specify 40 days as a mandatory time frame, but it emphasizes continuous prayers and acts of charity on behalf of the deceased at any time. The 40-day remembrance has persisted in many cultures because it provides structure to grieving, giving families a collective moment to honor the memory of the departed. Scholars caution against treating it as a religious obligation, but they encourage using any such occasion to perform deeds that benefit the deceased. The real essence lies not in the number of days, but in consistent acts of worship and supplication that bring light to the soul in Barzakh. 5. The power of ongoing deeds after death. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, taught a powerful truth. When a person dies, all their deeds end except for 3: ongoing charity, sadaqah jariyah, beneficial knowledge, and prayers from a righteous child. These deeds form a continuous stream of reward, helping the deceased even after they have left the world. Ongoing charity could be as simple as planting a tree that provides shade and fruit, funding a well that gives clean water, or building a masjid. Beneficial knowledge includes teaching Quran, spreading wisdom, or writing works that guide others. The righteous child's prayers represent the bond between parent and offspring, where the child's dua can ease the parent's condition in the grave. This teaching shifts focus away from rituals of mourning to proactive, lasting investments in the hereafter. Instead of lamenting for 40 days, Islam encourages believers to establish legacies that keep generating rewards long after death, ensuring continuous benefit in Barzakh. 6. The soul's journey until resurrection. After the events of the grave and the remembrance by family fades, the soul remains in Barzakh, awaiting the day of resurrection. This waiting is not passive, but filled with experiences tied to one's deeds. The righteous enjoy glimpses of their place in paradise and rest with a sense of security, while the disobedient endure ongoing torment. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, explained that the souls of martyrs, for example, live in green birds under the throne of Allah, free and content. Other believers rest peacefully, while those who rejected truth suffer until the trumpet is blown. On the day of resurrection, all souls will be gathered, and their deeds, recorded with precision, will be brought forth as testimony. Every moment of truth and falsehood, generosity and cruelty, obedience and sin will come alive. The 40 days in this world are merely a human measure of grief, but the soul's true journey continues far beyond, culminating in eternal justice before Allah. Death is not the end, it's the beginning of the soul's eternal journey. May Allah grant us ease in the grave and light on the day of judgment. If you found this reminder powerful, like, share, and subscribe to Pious Deen. Comment Ameen to this prayer below.